Coming up this Sunday on Denver 7 News.
This is not going to bode well for Douglas County schools moving forward.
The fallout from Friday's school board decision to fire Superintendent Corey Wise continues. How Douglas County students, teachers, and parents are taking action and showing support.
It took my breath away. I did not realize the scale of this.
Covered in ash, one bar in Superior hasn't been able to start cleaning up from the Marshall fire because of unanswered questions from their insurance company. And it's called the Sweetheart City.
I was so thrilled when I finally got called.
Why?
Because that's something, it just seems, Valentine's Day in Loveland is so special.
Why volunteering to give out that signature heart stamp is the best job in Loveland this time of year. Good morning. We hope you're having a great start to your Sunday. I'm Micah Smith and welcome to Denver 7 News.
And I'm Katie LaSalle. Thank you so much for being with us this morning. It is beautiful and chilly outside. We actually had a cold front roll through last night and early this morning, still picking up some snow in spots across Colorado, but a live look from our Lookout Mountain camera, clear skies off to the east and here over the metro area with a pretty cool day ahead. You can see just off to the west, skies are clearing a bit into the high country. We did pick up some overnight snowfall, a live look at Highway 285 to Conifer. Some snow-packed roadways out there, but less than an inch of accumulation in most spots. And in Denver right now, 31 degrees, but it only feels like we're in the low 20s. We're not going to warm up too much this afternoon. Highs will only top out in the upper 30s over the metro area. This morning, we saw some snowfall as well into the I-70 corridor up near Idaho Springs and Genesee. That has since tapered off, but down south, you can still see we are picking up light snow near Manitou Springs, just west of Colorado Springs, and then down south into portions of our Sangre de Cristos, west of Colorado City. That'll taper off here in the next couple of hours. Temperatures in the wake of this system, we're in the 20s right now in Greeley. Cold in the high country with single digits in teens. Out and about later on this afternoon. Bundle up, we'll be in the high 30s, but this is the coolest day on our 7-day forecast. Milder weather returns next week. Your extended forecast still to come.
All right, looking forward to it. It's been a tense weekend for the Douglas County School District. The school board fired Superintendent Corey Wise Friday night after a 4-3 vote from the newly elected school board. Denver 7's Christian Lopez is live in Highlands Ranch this morning. And Christian, many parents, teachers, and students are not happy with the school board's latest decision.
Yeah, they're not, and some people actually plan to gather here at the Highlands Ranch Town Center this morning for a car painting event where they plan to write supportive messages on their vehicles showing that they stand behind Douglas County teachers and staff members. There's also a planned student walkout for tomorrow calling for the majority of the board members to resign. Now, a big concern right now is that more teachers and staff members will actually leave because of the decision to fire Wise. The union president that represents teachers and staff in Douglas County is warning about this possibility. Wise worked in the district for 26 years and just under a year as superintendent. The 4 majority members cited concerns with his leadership style, involvement in mask mandates, and connection with 3 other board members among reasons why he should be fired. The union's president called the accusations, quote, weak and non-existent.
There's a nationwide and a statewide shortage of educators. This is not going to bode well for Douglas County schools moving forward, aside from the financial challenges that our district is trying to recover from.
It is important to mention that some parents at Friday's meeting did support the new board members' decisions to fire Wise, hoping for some change within the district in the future. And that car painting event here is going to take place around 11 o'clock this morning. We are live in Douglas County. I'm Christian Lopez, Denver 7.
Christian, thank you. We have an update now to that fatal shooting we first told you about on Friday night. We now know the person who died is a woman. 2 pastors are also injured but are expected to be okay. But the shooter has not yet been caught. We have surveillance video from a nearby business where you can hear several gunshots and see police on the scene. All we really know about the suspect is that he has some kind of relationship with one of the victims. Police say any shell casings found on the scene will be used to try and trace the gun to the person behind it. They'll also be looking into surveillance video around the complex.
Sometimes we're here working in this area until late, and these kind of stuff, events happening here, it makes you worry, you know what I mean?
Aurora's homicide unit is investigating, so if you know anything that could help find the shooter, call Crime Stoppers at 720-913-7867. You can stay anonymous and could get a reward of up to $2,000.
We're now getting a look at dramatic video from Cheyenne police rescuing a woman who was being held hostage. Before we go more in depth on the video, let's walk you through the timeline. On Wednesday, a woman was kidnapped at gunpoint while working at a ranch in Rio Blanco County. That's just northwest of Glenwood Springs. Denver 7 did some digging and found out that the ranch belongs to Mike Bloomberg, the former New York City mayor. The suspect, Joseph Beecher, made several stops in the Denver metro with the victim, Amanda Ettinger, before going up to Wyoming. Cheyenne police just released this video showing the moments they contacted the suspect and victim at the Stagecoach Motel. Turns out there was already a fire in a neighboring room unrelated to this kidnapping. The SWAT team was able to rescue Ettinger and arrest the suspect. Beecher is now in jail facing multiple charges, including kidnapping and felony menacing. It's still not clear why he traveled to Bloomberg's ranch. Investigators say the victim and suspect did not know each other.
Well, as the rebuilding process continues after the Marshall fire, local businesses in the area are at a standstill waiting for answers from insurance companies.
Denver 7's Colette Bordelon spoke with one business owner in Superior who says they're doing their best to take care of their employees, but aren't sure how much longer they can wait.
Yeah, it's so thick.
Behind the bar, a place that used to feel like home.
It's hard to see, you know, when this is your livelihood and your life, you know, to come back and see it all covered in ash.
The Angry Horse restaurant
It took my breath away. I did not realize the scale of this.
is filled with a smell that sticks with you.
There's like a slightly sweet smell in the air right now.
I found out the day after the fires that it didn't burn.
For Courtney Hardison,
You can see what's left of the element, just the elevator shafts.
the ash is a grim reminder.
Other people's houses are in here too. You know, it was really I don't know how to say it. It's really sad to think about.
She's a general manager who's no stranger to sudden changes.
With the change of ownership and with COVID, we've opened and closed so many times that unfortunately this just feels natural.
They've been closed since the Marshall fire, keeping some employees on payroll. Others have been furloughed.
One of the biggest challenges, of course, is staffing and getting staff to come back. I know some of them will want to come back, and you know, others will probably move on.
Gary Burke is one of the owners.
As far as when we'll open, it really comes down to the insurance companies and the sense of urgency that they have for us.
Waiting on insurance to give them answers so they can start cleaning.
This is an important reminder that the businesses in our area are a hugely important stakeholder for this recovery.
Because what's seen peeking out from the ashes.
So it's not a case of how long will we survive. We are going to survive.
Signs of the business from before.
My best friends work here. You know, my best friends drink here and eat here, and I want to see them thrive just as much as I thrive.
Filled with hearts that can't be hidden. In Superior, Colette Bordelon, Denver 7.
Boulder County officials say they're having another virtual community meeting this week. They'll be looking to answer any questions on the rebuilding process for destroyed or damaged structures. This will be on Wednesday, February 9th from 6 to 8 p.m. To participate, you can sign up on the Boulder County website.
Lafayette firefighters spent their weekend building children's beds for Marshall fire victims. This was in collaboration with Sleep in Heavenly Peace. It's a nonprofit who makes beds for families that have been through natural disasters. Well, with the help of volunteers, 20 beds were made and 3 were delivered yesterday.
We're just getting started for you this morning, and coming up, how does avoiding the crowds at the gym sound? Well, a new fitness studio in Littleton is using AI to do just that.
And your kiddos could soon have different menus during their school lunches. What nutritional changes are on the horizon for students?